Well, hello paper crafters. In today's video tutorial, we are going to be making a gift card holder. It is the annual time for me to make gift card holders to give to my daughter so she can give them to my grandchildren's teachers. This gift card holder could be used for Christmas, for birthdays, or whatever. It holds 4 gift cards, or you could slip in some money if you want. It fits into a standard 5.5 by 4.25 envelope. On that little card that says "You inspire me," the child will be able to write a note to the teacher, and on that left-sided little pocket with the enclosure, the parent can write a little note to the teacher. It folds up, and then you just use some baker's twine with a circular cutout and a brad to close it. So let's get started in what you need for this gift card holder. I am using Pretty Peacock for my stamp color, the stitched nested labels for the label on the front of the card, silhouette scenes for the image, "You inspire me." And then I also cut out the word "inspire" from the dies. You will need a 1-inch punch. I have that tag punch, but you could also use just a circular punch. Then I have the detailed trio punch. You need a little bit of washi tape, it doesn't matter what color, some coordinating baker's twine, and I've already cut out some of the tabs. There's a brad, and there is the die cut of the word "inspire." I am using the Forever Greenery Designer Series paper, and this is where our double-sided paper can really shine, because every one of the papers within that pack coordinate. So you will need 2 pieces of 4 1/8 by a 1/2 inch, and that is going to go on the border of the card that you will write your message on. You will need 2 tabs similar to that, or you could, like I said, use 2 circles. You will need 2 pieces of whisper white that is 5 by 4 1/8. You will need 2 pieces of 3 by 2 3/4, and then 2 pieces that are 3 by 2.5. And again, you want them to be coordinating Designer Series paper. You will need 1 piece of 5.5 by 4 3/4. And you will need to be aware of your paper if it's diagonal, to where it is not askewed. So your main base of the card is 11 by 8.5, and I've chose this Designer Series paper. And so on the 8.5-inch side, you are going to score at 2 1/8. You're going to rotate it around completely to the other side and score again at 2 1/8. Then along the long side, or the 11-inch side, you're going to score at 5.5. This is really a a fairly easy card and gift card holder to make. So there again, I was trying to decide, which do I want the outside? And I decided on the floral. So you will fold and burnish those 2 1/8" lines, and they will meet up exactly. And if you use a thinner paper, it's easier to work with. So you're going to take one corner and just fold it over so that it forms a diagonal. And you will do that on the other 3 corners. So each corner is folded into a diagonal flap. Then just take your liquid glue and adhere those flaps down. So many of you know that I'm a nurse, and I went back to work last week. I was off for 4 months just because of my age and my history of asthma, but I went back to work and it was good. It was great taking care of patients again. So then I have 3 1-inch circles, and I glue 2 of them together, and I'm doing it right now so that they have time to dry because we're going to be punching a hole in that. So you're going to glue just 2 of them together and save the other one for the inside. Then you're going to fold and burnish your card holder in half. And remember, we've scored it at 5.5. Just make sure that each corner meets up nicely. And I burnish it on both sides. Decide which side you want to be the front of your holder. Then take your piece of 5.5 by 4 3/16, and that is just under 4 1/4. And the reason you want it there, that measurement, so that it fits inside that pocket, as you can see, because that is going to be our flap to close the card. So I'm kind of just trying to decide which side I want and to show. So what you're going to do is score that at 1 3/4. Again, to create that flap that goes over the card holder. So I decide I want the stripes to be on the outside. So fold and burnish it, then bring in your detailed trio punch and round off the corners of the side that was scored at 1 3/4. You don't have to do that if you don't want to, but I like the way it looks. So then you're just going to take your liquid glue and apply it to the back of that piece. Don't put glue on the flap itself. but just on that back there, and lay it inside on that right hand side, lining up the edges evenly. Now, because you don't have anything to glue together, the inside flaps both meet up equally, and because you're not going to see it, you can take any color washi tape because it is not going to show. And you're going to, make sure you have about an inch thick one, and just cut off like you see me there do. Put it up toward the top with the sticky part facing up, and then just lay that bottom flap over it, and that holds it together, creating a type of a tunnel so that you'll be able to put your notes to the teacher inside. Then take your 2 pieces of 3 by 2 3/4 and your 2 pieces of 3 by 2 1/2, and again, those all coordinate. And what I did for ease, I just lined all 4 of them up. Now you see there are 2 that are shorter than the other 2, but you take your 1-inch circle punch, which will be toward the top of your inserts, and you just punch out some 1/2-inch circles there, and then that will make it easier for the recipient to know that there's a card in there, or for the parent to put the gift cards in. Then I took 1/8 inch double-sided tape, and you're going to put it on 3 of the sides. Don't put it up toward the top where that circular cutout is, but just on the left side, the right side, and at the bottom. Now, if you wanted to, you could only put 2 holders if you only wanted to give 2 different gift cards instead of 4. I have a very generous daughter who really appreciates teachers, and so, like I said, she's generous. She's a fantastic daughter. I love that girl. I also have a son, and I love him too. So you're going to put your double-sided tape on all 4. Just make sure that you have whatever design that you want showing upward, and the tape is on the back. So I just took a gift card. Actually, that's a card for a grocery store. And I'm doing this just so that I can know where to place these. And you're going to put down your largest one first. And what I do is I lay the gift card in so that it doesn't stick out the top, and then just lay that pocket over the top. Now you're going to need to make sure that you're mindful of that 5.5-inch score line, that you don't put your pocket over that score line. You will have plenty of room, but just make sure that you keep that score line unimpeded so that you will be able to fold your gift card holder up. Then you take the smaller one, kind of just lining it up with the other one, and put it over the top. Now here I almost goofed because I almost put the smaller one down first. So I'm glad I caught it before it stuck, because that tape is very, very sticky. I hope everyone's doing great and your families are safe and you're having fun crafting. I did enjoy my 4 months off. I did a lot of crafting. It was fantastic. Now I've already stamped one of those little insert cards, the one that says you inspire me, and it will go on the right hand side with your little pull tab. And again, that is where the child can write a little note to the teacher. And then on the other one that the parent will write a note, you're going to have to be mindful where you put your decorative piece. Make sure you put it on the side that will slip inside of that card. And don't ask me why I know that. I put it on the wrong side one time, so I fixed it. I ended up putting it on both sides. So just lay it down with some liquid glue, then glue your little tab. And again, you can use 2 circles. Just put glue on both of them and slide your Whisper White piece in between the 2 of them, leaving just a little, like maybe a quarter part of the circle hanging out, and that can be a pull tab. You don't need that punch that I have there, but I'm sure glad I have it. And then I just took a thank you, and I believe that is from, I think it was the Thoughtful Banners stamp set, but we have so many thank you stamps. I just liked the font of that and that it was small, and I stamped it in Pretty Peacock. And again, that's where your parents are going to write their note. And I just set it aside so that that ink would dry without me smearing it. So remember, I glued 2 of the circles together, and I did that again for strength. And you're going to just take a small hole punch. You can get these from the Dollar Tree. I think that's where I got that one. And you're going to punch out a small little circle in the middle. And then make sure that you also punch out, about center on that flap. Then just put your brad through it. This one has like a little rhinestone on it. I liked it. I can't remember even where I got that one. But then just fold your little flaps over. And then glue the other circle over the top of it so that it covers up that brad. You know, again, you don't have to do that if you don't want to, but I thought it brought in that striped color to that flap, so, and it strengthens the flap itself. Now, if you have a little difficulty sliding that in, all you have to do is trim off just a little sliver on the side so that it slides into your pocket easily. Now, I double cut out the word inspired just so it would be sturdier, and I did that in Pear Pizzazz. I'm adhering it to the nested, what are those called? Stitch nested labels. Adding my little dots, and I realized that I should have put the word inspire up a little bit higher, but I fixed that by adding just a little enamel decorative Pretty Peacock embellishments over it. Then just take whatever coordinating baker's twine that you have, and I believe this baker's twine was from one of our paper pumpkin kits. So again, if you don't always use everything from your paper pumpkin kit, save it, because there's going to be another time when that's going to work out perfectly. That was the perfect color for that. I think it is just a little pear pizzazz, or maybe it's lemon lime twist, but it's got some white and green in it. So then what you're going to do is tie a knot around the circle underneath that brad a couple of times, then wrap it around your gift card, pull it up like you saw me do, and then cut off the edge. And I wanted a little bit of color around that white area, so I just took some pear pizzazz and daubed it on the edge. Now don't forget that I said in my last video tutorial that when I reach 1,000 subscribers, I will be giving away the All Things Fabulous stamp and die set, and that is worth around $48. So make sure you comment on my videos at some point. Those people that comment are going to be entered to win that stamp and die set. I am at 981 subscribers at this point, and you guys are just fantastic. Some people leave me such delightful notes. It just makes it all worthwhile. So I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. I know I really enjoy doing them for you guys, and have a great day. Thanks so much, everyone. Goodbye.